Drug Dealers Anonymous.
One of the most notorious and bloodthirsty narco criminals of all time. Joaquín Guzmán, known to the world as El Chapo.
Now, Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán Loera facing life behind bars.
Guzmán se burla de las autoridades mexicanas al escaparse nuevamente de...
Former cartel leader is considered one of the most dangerous drug traffickers in the world.
One of the world's richest, most notorious drug kingpins broke out of prison.
The Chapo Guzmán is a brand. He's a mystique. He's a psychopath.
He was one hell of a CEO, if you can believe it.
Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán was born on April 4th, 1957 in La Tuna, a remote village in Sinaloa, Mexico. His father, a cattle rancher with ties to the drug trade, often beat him. With little opportunity, young El Chapo dropped out of school in the 3rd grade. By his teens, he was already working in the drug trade, helping grow marijuana and poppies in the Sierra Madre Mountains.
Recuerdo de 6 años para acá, mis papás, una familia muy humilde, muy pobres. La manera de tener para comprar la comida, para sobrevivir, es sembrar amapola, marihuana.
In the 1980s, El Chapo joined the Guadalajara Cartel, led by Felix Gallardo, the godfather of Mexican drug trafficking. He started at the bottom, organizing logistics and smuggling routes. His nickname Shorty didn't match his growing influence. He developed a reputation for getting shipments delivered no matter what, using planes, submarines, elaborate tunnel systems, and even hiding drugs in cans of jalapenos to get his product delivered.
¡Alto Tupaco! ¡Alto Tupaco!
These subs can carry nearly 6,000 kilos of cocaine, which is worth about $165 million.
After the arrest of Gallardo in 1989, El Chapo co-founded the Sinaloa Cartel along with El Mayo and others. The cartel rose to dominate the drug world. They moved cocaine from Colombia, heroin from Mexico, and meth into the US, Canada, Europe, and Asia. At its peak, the Sinaloa Cartel controlled nearly half of all narcotics entering the United States. El Chapo revolutionized smuggling, building tunnels under the US-Mexico border, equipped with rail systems, lights, and ventilations.
As you can see, the tunnel has lighting, and it does have good airflow, indicating that there's some type of ventilation system forcing air in from Mexico. Down at the bottom of this steep decline is the rest of the tunnel, which runs south down into Mexico, and there's a rail system for a cart.
Here's the dark side of the tunnels. He would pay Mexican peasants a lot of money, allegedly, to dig in those tunnels. But once those tunnels were completed, you never saw those people again.
With power came blood. El Chapo's rise was soaked in violence. The Sinaloa Cartel waged war against rivals, the Tijuana Cartel, the Juarez Cartel, and Los Zetas. Thousands died in brutal shootouts, assassinations, and public executions. Judges, journalists, and even politicians weren't safe. El Chapo wasn't just a trafficker. He was an architect of a narco state, with corruption reaching deep into the police and government. But in 1993, he was captured in Guatemala and extradited to Mexico. He was sentenced to 20 years, but prison wasn't the end of his empire. In 2001, with the help of prison staff, he escaped. Hidden in a laundry cart for the next 13 years, he remained a ghost, evading capture and expanding his drug empire.
Francisco Rivera, a prison administrator, opened the cell and the kingpin jumped into a laundry cart. Passing through several security doors before escaping in a waiting truck. El Chapo is now a free man. Making up for lost time, the drug lord immediately tackles unfinished business. He takes the cartel wars to a whole new level, exacting revenge on an unprecedented scale.
Now that he was actually out of jail, crime increased against the Arellano and the Chapo Guzmán organization, the Sinaloa Cartel.
In 2014, he was captured again by Mexican authorities. But in 2015, just a year later, he escaped from prison through a mile-long tunnel dug from his cell to a nearby house. The tunnel was equipped with ventilation, lighting, and even a motorcycle on rails, proving once again that he would stop at nothing to regain his freedom.
Mexican authorities have just released this closed-circuit video from inside the prison showing Joaquín El Chapo Guzmán in the final moments before he broke out. So he paced back and forth, you saw that, and then in his cell, and then he goes around where the toilet is, and you see the dramatic moment. There it is right there, where El Chapo disappears into the tunnel.
His downfall, fame. After arranging an interview with actor Sean Penn and actress Kate Del Castillo, authorities tracked him down. In January 2016, he was recaptured. This time, there would be no tunnel, no escape. In 2017, he was extradited to the United States and held at a high-security facility in Manhattan. His trial began in 2018.
When the plane carrying El Chapo touched down in New York 2 years ago, the world's most wanted narco looked confused, overwhelmed even, asking the DEA agent, "Where am I?" "Nueva York," they told him. His face says it all. The most powerful drug lord ever to live, reduced to tears in the hands of U.S. federal agents.
The trial revealed shocking details: bribes to presidents and assassinations. Witnesses included former cartel members, security officers, and even his mistress.
Ramirez told the court he was El Chapo's #1 supplier. Ramirez said once the cocaine crossed the U.S. border, El Chapo would take 40% and sell it here in the United States.
He claims from 1990 to 1996, Guzmán made as much as $640 million. Ramirez's physical appearance has been one of the most surprising factors. He underwent major plastic surgery to avoid being arrested.
In 2019, he was found guilty on all 10 counts, including drug trafficking, money laundering, and conspiracy to commit murder, and sentenced to life plus 30 years. Today, El Chapo is held in the ADX Florence Supermax prison in Colorado, one of the most secure facilities in the world. El Chapo's story is one of power, ambition, and unimaginable violence. While he built an empire that generated billions, his actions also left a trail of destruction, fueling violence in Mexico and addiction in the United States. Even behind bars, El Chapo legend endures, and the Sinaloa Cartel remains a force in the global drug trade. But his capture marked the end of an era, one that exposed the deep corruption and complexities of the global drug war.